For our lesson today, we are still continuing with circle geometry 2 angles in a circle, and this is a 1D of this lesson. So we are still looking at angle at center and circumference. Let us take two more examples under this segment. The first example here says, in the figure, O is the center of the circle, ABN is a straight line. Find angle AOC and angle APC. Now let us have a look at the diagram, and then we can, through this diagram, get the solutions for what we are doing here. Now, a closer look at this diagram will show to us, based on the information given to us, that our ABN is a straight line. That means this 64 degrees is formed by this straight line and by this line BC. Okay, so if we are to get our AOC, that is the angle at this point here, let's mark it. You will realize that we are having angle at the center. Okay, and since there is an angle at the center here, if we draw the diameter from our previous lessons, by now you should know what I'm doing. If you are just joining us, please try go view the other videos, and you can come back to this lesson to continue. You realize now that if we draw the diameter, you will see that this angle at the center, we need to know what the angle at the circumference, which is this part, is. Okay, so if we get this angle at the circumference here, we can take the reflex, which is this part that is here, and from there subtract the angle of the reflex from 360 to give us the angle we are looking for. So the very first place we are going to start from is to get our angle ABC. Now you can see that our angle ABC is, when we add up our angle ABC together with our angle NBC, you realize that the sum of the two angles will give us 180, because that is the angle on a straight line. So we are going to look for our angle ABC by subtracting 64 from 180 in order to have our angle ABC. So let's start from there. Now we are going to commence by saying our angle ABC will become 180 degree minus what? Minus 64 degree. That is what? Angles on a straight what? Angles on a straight line. Okay, so that is angles on a straight line. All right, now what do we do? What do we do at this point now? We simply subtract. Okay, now if we do the subtraction here, we have 6 degree, then 7 minus that will give us 1, and then here we have 1. So we are going to have 116 degree. Okay, so what does this mean? It means that this angle that we are seeing here is 116 degree. All right, now since we now know what this angle is, we can proceed to get the reflex, which is this angle you see here. And in getting the reflex, you will see that the angle at center, which is the angle of the reflex, is going to be twice what we have here. So we can come here to say, therefore, our angle, okay, we can say our reflex angle AOC would become 2 multiplied by the angle at the circumference, which is angle at center. So have that in mind. Okay, so if we do the multiplication, we are going to have, this is 12, 2 plus 1 is 3, then we have 2. We are going to have 3, 2, 3, 2. So that means that the angle that is at this reflex side is what? 2, 3, 2 degree. So from here, we can easily get the angle at center, which is angle AOC, by subtracting 232 from 360, which is the angle at a point. So we can come here to say, therefore, our angle AOC would become 360 degree minus 232 degree, that is angles at a point. Alright, so let's do this subtraction quickly. We are going to have 8 at this point, and when we subtract 5 and 3, we have 2, then we have 128 degree. So everything we've done so far is our part A. Okay, so now we've gotten the value for our angle at the center as 128 degree. So we can easily get our angle APC by using the rule angle at center twice angle at circumference. And you know the reason why? Because the angle at center and circumference are on opposite side of the diameter. So we can now go on to say, therefore, angle at center, which is AOC, is 2 times angle at circumference, and the angle at circumference, as you can see, is angle APC. So we have angle APC. Now our angle AOC, from what we got here, is 128 degree, and this will give us 2 angle what? APC. So let's divide both sides by 2. If we do this division here, we are going to have the value, therefore, for angle APC to become 2 into 128 will give us 64 degree, and there you have it. That will now be the solution for question B. I hope you got the explanation in this lesson, and please, let's quickly move over to the second example in this segment and see what we are supposed to do there. Now, in the question here, it says, in the diagram, O is the center of the circle XYKR. Then if angle XYO equals to 40 degree and angle ORX is 35 degree, calculate angle YKR. Alright, so the question requires us here to calculate angle YKR. So let us have a closer look at this diagram. You realize that this angle YKR, is at the circumference. Alright, so if we come here to draw the diameter, you would agree with me that we need this angle that is here in order for us to be able to calculate this. So the question now is, how do we get this angle that is the reflex, that is this angle that you are seeing here? How do we get it? The answer to that question is to observe the triangle. Now, if I draw a line from O, which is the center, to X, that means our OY will be equals to what? OX. And the reason for that is that both of them are radius, okay? And the same thing applies for our OR. So, but if you take a look at triangle X is equals to 1 80 minus, which is what, 40 plus 40. That is what, the angles in, you can put it, angles in a triangle. And if we do this very quickly, we are going to have 180 minus what, 80, and our final answer for angle X or Y will be what, 100 degree. So if we come over to this place here and we write our 100 degree here, okay, you would see that the part of the angle at this reflex angle here has been gotten as what, 100 degree. So we now need to get this remaining part, and to do so we are going to consider triangle XOR, which is also isosceles. Okay, you can see the markings that OX is equals to what, OR. They are both radii, okay, both radius. Okay, so which means that if this is an isosceles triangle and here is 35 degree, it also means that the base angle here will also be what, 35 degree. So we are going to consider that. So we say in triangle XOR, we know that the other side of R here, that is angle R, will be equals to what, angle X. So we can start with that. We can say that angle R is equals to angle X is equals to what, 35 degree. That is what, base angles of isosceles triangle. So now we've known the two base. Okay, we are going to get the third angle by adding them up and subtracting the result from 180, which is the sum of angles in a triangle. So we can come to say, therefore, our angle XOR will become 180 degree minus what, 35 plus 35. Now this will give us 180 degree minus, if we sum this, we have 70, and then if we do the subtraction, we are going to have 110 degree. Okay, now what does that mean? It means that our angle XOR is now what, 110 degree. So the total angle at O now, that is angle YOR, will become the sum of 100 and 110 degree. So we can now come to say hence, we can say hence that our Y angle OR, that is this part that we are talking about, the reflex part of it, okay, now is equals to 100 plus 110 degree. And to show that we are talking about the reflex, I'm going to put my reflex here in bracket. So if we sum that up, we are going to have 210 degree. So now we know the reflex part here as 210 degree, okay, and this angle is related to the angle we are looking for by the angle at what, center and circumference, which means angle at center is equals to twice angle at circumference. Okay, so we are going to write that up now. We are going to say, therefore, the angle at center, which is what we are having here, 210 degree, will equals to 2 multiplied by the angle at the circumference, which is angle YKR. So write that out, angle YKR. Now if we divide both sides here by 2, come here, 210 divided by 2, we are finally going to have the answer to angle YKR, therefore to become 105 degree, and that is the answer to this question. I believe you followed me through this explanation to really understand this concept. Now before we wrap up this lesson, I would like you to take this assignment, and please do take this assignment serious, and I'm sure you are going to do well in it. Okay, try your hands on it, don't be scared. Now join me in my next lesson.